Yeah, it looks pretty good when you're previewing it like that.
1000 watt. You got point and spot. Okay, okay. Kind of like the same concept over there. Let's try. 2500. Let's just see how this all responds.
Outcast
very
Learning
nice.
Blender.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting here muttering to myself. Sorry, guys.
You know, it's
That's
even
good.
cooler when you change the color of the light.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, let's change that.
Woo!
Oh, that's sexy.
Hey, it looks sexy already.
Whoa.
And it's just 2 cubes.
Yeah. I'm gonna make these the best 2 cubes map ever.
I guess it's 3 cubes since you made a room.
Right. It's cubeception.
Cubeception, yes. The question is, which cube came first? Let's see. Ooh, let's really crank you up.
It's interesting watching somebody learn Blender. You always just want to like chuck things at them though, like do this, do that, check this out.
Yeah.
Radius.
So many things to go through. So many things.
There is, and then when you're like, oh, I'm at a good place, it's almost like this is end of chapter 1. And you're at chapter 2 and you're like, oh God, there's more.
Yep. So much more. So many rabbit holes.
Oh God, yes. I can't count how many times I spent hours just trying to get what I want.
Yep. Yep, we all do it. Oh, I've got your Admiral up here. I think I'll have this previewed up on the screen since we're probably going to talk about that in a moment.
I did not mean to just start my game.
Yeah, so welcome, anyways, everyone. Outcast with us, as usual. And we have Pandora with us today. So welcome in. We'll be talking nerd stuff, Blender stuff, probably fan movie stuff, KOTOR stuff.
Let's see.
Let me get this preview up. If I can find a space for it. I've got so much stuff in this scene. It's how we've done a few podcasts now. All the junk is starting to build up in there. I'll just create a new one.
Wait, does this allow me to turn the camera from this? How the hell do you get out of this?
Okay, so that's Blender, but it's not the right Blender.
Trapped.
There we go.
I'm trapped in a dimension.
Hey, Andy. I heard that. How dare you? Actually, Pandora is a professional Blender person. Also, certainly have more experience than I do.
I am novice learning things. I play with cubes and light.
But honestly, you know what? That is probably one of the best cubed cube rooms I've ever seen.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy I can live up to your expectations. Let's see. Let's go with 10. Okay.
So that's kind of up to you, Great Mark, on how you want to go about approaching the game. Just play what's fun for you. Don't overthink it, right? It's not a big thing. There's always another day to play a different one, if you ever feel like it. So
Oh, there we go.
yeah, just play what's fun. Don't worry about what pace you're going at. That was a Mystic. Alright, so we have Outcast working away on some of his secret, saucy projects, which I'm sure he will tell us all about very soon.
Project
Including
Box.
the Anakin stuff, right? Anakin stuff looks interesting. And then the sexy box. Love that.
Yeah.
And over here, we have a character that will be in the fan series movie known as the Admiral. Admiral Dodonna, actually. Or is it D-Donna? Dodonna? D-Donna?
Donna, I always thought. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's similar to the name of the guy from the movie, right?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And this is, I'll say remastered. It's just easier to say remastered because that's essentially what it is. Very much improved. And that's a small preview for you guys there, but this is the Admiral. Looks very cool. Made by our guest on today, by the name of Pandora. And this is just one of many models, actually, that are coming through and very much appreciated. Huge amount of work.
I love working on them.
Yeah, and you're gonna use them as well, right? Like it's not like a wasted effort or anything. Like you're actually doing things with them yourself, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because as we were talking about earlier, right? You know, I love utilizing Blender for making the models and stuff like that, taking models that already exist, making them better. But now I'm also starting to, you know, and we'll get into it probably a little later too, with some of the things working on, but I'm very interested in animation. So as I'm going through these models, it's, man, I would love to do something with this model. So, yep, she's going to be used for something.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You've actually got quite a lot of experience doing this with the older games though, right? So like how did you even like start getting into that? Is that always just something you've been interested in, or like I know we kind of was talking about it before the stream started where we was sort of talking about all these amazing tools that we've got now, but surely they started somewhere.
Oh yeah, so honestly, I would have to say going all the way back to, you know, Dark Forces era, Dark Forces 2 with the Quake, like working in a Quake engine and stuff like that, Q3. That's where, you know, I started playing around with simple, what happens if I replace this texture? What does it do on this face? Oh, that looks really cool. And then around the time frame that the games Jedi Outcast and Academy came out, and you're playing it and your mind is just blown as to, oh my god, I'm in a nice smooth environment, I'm playing in the Death Star, I get to be Kyle Katarn, this is awesome. And then all these modders started coming out with, hey, now you can play as Darth Maul, now you can play as Darth Vader, and it's, I want to learn how to do that, why not? So that's where I really started getting into, okay, let me start playing around. Take something simple, like mess around with the nose, mess with the ears, do something, export it, see if it works in the game. And that was about 20 years ago. Yeah, that's 20 years ago. Holy moly.
Damn, dude. 20 years ago. I was 10 years old 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And you was
So
already a
long.
peak efficient nerd.
Yeah.
Pando's one of the few people I've known pretty much from a long time when it comes to JKA community. Just one of the few consistent people I've seen.
Yeah, honestly, it was almost 20 years ago that we met.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are like
Oh,
kind of big on the whole Jedi Knight community thing, right? You've been in that for a long ass time.
I am the Jedi Knight community.
Well, I mean, I was definitely around from the very beginning. Did a lot of what's known as entity building, right? So what makes Jedi Knight fun even to this day is just how much of a sandbox it is. And just the different things you can do with it. And
Just
even to
giving
this
support
day,
for
just
all
seeing
your hard work. Sorry,
what
YouTube
people
won't
are
let me be a
doing
member
with
due
the
to Google
game,
Pay
and
suspension, so here's a
it's
little
holy
something.
moly. I just could not fathom this when I was younger. But I played at the beginning. I joined the military, go see the world, left in 2009, 2010 timeframe. And with certain games, right, you just always remember them. You just always go, man, I remember this game. I had so much fun playing it. I wonder if it still is around. So fast forward to 2021, it was, I wonder if JKA is still a thing. Yes, it is. I wonder if Angel's still making maps. Yes, he is. Let's see what's going on. It's crazy to even think that this game, how old it is, can still look so good, still be so fun. And even there's a new generation of people playing it as well.
Yeah. We've had a lot of new kids recently.
It's crazy calling them kids.
Yeah. Well, 20 something. Oh, God. I can't believe that. Oh, my God. Oh, shoes on the other foot now.
Yeah, so we just had a fat donation come through while you were talking. Apologies if it interrupted you at all while you were speaking. I don't know if you guys can hear the stream as well.
Oh, I'm actually good.
I cannot hear it, but I do have it pulled up over here.
Yeah, you don't have to worry too much about being able to hear it, to be fair. You're in the Discord call.
Wow.
But yeah, no, that's awesome, Mystic. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Donka.
Let me get the music
We will
rolling.
build a statue in your honor and place it in every map from now on.
That's just what occurs all the time nowadays, isn't it? It's like you don't have ad-free YouTube, and it's the secret of life is opioid addiction. Are you suffering from it?
Love that. Love that. See this, what Outcast is doing now? He made his Anakin skin and is already using it in the game.
Oh my God, I accidentally just switched to Kirby. That scared the crap out of me.
As I say, now you're Kirby.
Yeah, it's my model's kind of broken, but it's working.
But just to state, to really, what I was talking about here is you just look at the game he's playing now, right? And you see how light is rendered. You see new textures coming through, the heights coming through on maps, the characters themselves. This isn't a 20-year-old game. This didn't exist for us back then, right? It was more, not even 4K textures, but we just see something like this now, and it's
how we
it's amazing.
imagined it to look, right?
Yeah, it's what we wanted.
Yeah.
My facial texture right now is 23 megabytes so far, and I'm loving it. It's insane. Oh yeah, but when the game first came out, oh man, no. Like if somebody told you, oh, I have a 23 megabyte map, you were dreading this because you're on dial-up. Your PC can't handle things. It's
yeah. You would go outside, touch grass, talk to the neighbor, eat dinner, come back, and maybe your map loaded.
Oh man, Council GCX, that thing took forever. That was a good 10-minute load sometimes.
What was the capacity on those memory cards from back
Uh,
then?
Let's see. Well,
Like PlayStation 2 era was like 32 and 64s, right? Like megabytes.
right. Yeah.
And the PlayStation 1 was like 4 megabytes or 8 megabytes, something like that.
Not very much, no. It was a heck of a
Yeah,
logical.
if somebody had, you know, a couple gigabytes on a hard drive, you would consider them godly. Because a lot of the stuff that I did, because there was a computer upstairs and there was a computer downstairs, and I would be allowed to download things from the computer upstairs, and I would have a floppy disk, and I would
Floppy disk.
I would save a model on the floppy disk and be like, all right, I have gold on this disk, and I'm gonna bring it to my computer.
Hell yeah. Man, that must have been such a fun time to be into computers and things. I really wish I was into it much earlier.
It truly was. I want to say the because it's not really the introduction of the internet, right? Because we can all thank Al Gore for that. But I want to say the early 2000s, when there was all these different games out, and it was easier to modify games. I want to say that was really a golden age of these games. It truly was.
I think I'm inclined to believe you.
I agree.
I was never, I didn't have access to that sort of thing in my youth. We never really had a computer in the house, and if we did, it was something tragic, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like super tragic. Like maybe you could make something in Paint, and that would be it.
Oh crap! I forgot the last time I compiled this. I turned on the Ren 2 Sun. Ooh.
Yeah, like
Oh.
what Outcast has up on his screen, right? This would be a fantasy back then. This couldn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
No. Especially, and this is not tooting my own horn or anything, but to this level of detail, no, it wasn't possible. Just maybe for like this one room, like you might have gotten away with this one room, but your computer would have been compiling it for like a day or two. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It makes you respect the devs of the time a lot more, I think, as well.
Oh yeah, especially when you get into the code. We have a friend named Dago that gets into the coding, right, of the open source material, and just seeing what what comments they wrote in the code saying, I don't know how this works, but it did.
Dear God.
Wrote words and prayed for the best. Yeah, coding is something I'm yet to ever look at, but I don't think I will. This looks really nice. This entrance here, that's awesome.
Okay.
Really accurate as well.
Yeah. I've done a lot of work to try to make this baby accurate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Looks real
yes.
good. Temple Guardians. That's very cool, man.
Yeah, you don't want to be too close when they die, though, because they'll kill you.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of
Yeah,
look
when it-
like Starkiller from the back.
It does. I was about to say.
Yeah.
Oh man, I forgot where the heck I'm trying to go in. All right, here, this will work. Whatever. Some of the less complete areas, but still. Yeah, I can't wait to start finishing this again. Holy crap.
Oh, little glitch there.
Nah, it's just, there's nothing built here yet, so you're just seeing through the caulk.
Yeah.
Just seeing into the
Okay.
void. All
Very
right,
nice,
so yeah, this is another area where Pando was, again, doing amazing work. We'll be slowly replacing all these statues with random statues we found over the years and shit. Trying to.
I could
Hendo
maybe
is an
pull you some
invaluable
from
member.
Swertor from Typhon. I think they've got some Jedi
That's-
statues.
We won't say much, but yeah. Let's see, go through in here. Yeah, this will be, of course, the big room where you saw Malgus fly his ship in the Deceived trailer and all that. So
Yeah.
that'll be. I can't wait to kind of put this room together. Honestly, it's gonna be beautiful. That's one I've had a lot of requests for. Is that room?
I always figured it was right at the front of the temple.
It's at the back.
Oh, really?
It's one of the main entrances, but it's at the back.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
always think it would be the entrance because everybody fanboys about Nightfall scene, right? So
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
always has their eyes on the front door, and they will even tell you, "Oh, you got to rock out a place," right? Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's not. If you start looking at the blueprints, you start looking at the schematics and everything, you really start figuring it out. It's not. That room is at the back. It's a completely different room. It's why when you see them in the movies, episode 2 and 3, like the rooms are similar, but they're very different. This is not a change. They were 2 different rooms.
I think there could be a consistency error there then, if you've got a blueprint that shows you where it is. Because I think
Yeah, there's several of them.
in
you can
the
literally
book
just
for
Google it.
Malgus, I'm pretty sure it says the main entrance of the building.
Depends on what was considered the main entrance of that era. Just because we look at something as the back door doesn't mean they do.
True. I'm struggling to remember exactly what he said. I think he might have framed it like we're going through the front door type thing. Maybe. I'd have to go back to that chapter in the book
Well,
to find
to be
out.
fair, at that time and era, that could have been considered the main entrance. You have to think the temples went through many reiterations and it was
Yeah.
a clash of styles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
but
it's
during
the-
episode 3,
Yeah. It's the sacking of Coruscant, isn't it? So like
Yeah.
a lot of the temple was
The thing that
destroyed
gives
as
it
was,
away-
so it was definitely rebuilt again after.
the thing that gives it away is if you watch episode 2 and 3, you'll see the backside. It has that ramp that comes out and the circular platform and the statues on the side. Whereas the front door, Nightfall, where they came in, you have the statues lining here, the big boxes statues in
Mhm.
front of it, the stairs coming down.
Yeah.
There's no circular platform right there.
Mhm.
So it's still got the other door, and that's probably how it was done at that time, the era. It was the original front door. Oh yeah, I forgot this was in here. Holy crap!
Hello there.
Oh,
That looks interesting.
this is slowly going to become the Hall of 1,000 Fountains.
Right. Yeah, this whole thing's looking good. And it's amazing that it's all just one map as well, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Really cool. Really cool. Hell yeah. So what's the goal
no.
for you guys then, moving forward?
Pandora, you go.
now when we talk end goal, there are many different end goals going on right now. So are we talking with this map, or are we talking different projects?
I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of where it goes. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I guess maybe some different projects. It doesn't have to be your total end goal, right? But what are some of the ambitions that you guys are actually wanting to see through? Because I know you've both got very creative minds, so there's got to be a lot of stuff stored in there that you want to do.
Well, total end goal is for Star Wars to return to Star Wars, but that's going to be many years. But there's multiple different projects going on right now, right? Like, as we're seeing Kentucky Fried Anakin right here within the temple. I know that's going to be getting all the models for the interior done and having sort of a beautiful renditioned, like, God, I can't count how many times Outcast hit me up at night saying, "Hey, does this seat look right?" Or these columns in the right section. Like, I mean, just meticulous hours to make sure it's 100% accurate.
Yeah, it was bad. Like when they came to the columns in this room alone, like I bugged the shit out of him. Sorry to interrupt. Just it was bad.
And it's like, actually, it's like 2 centimeters off to the right, you know. But in the end, when it's as film accurate as you can be from a certain point of view, and you see a beautiful map, something that people could play in, it's not really what I'm gonna get out of it, but it's more like people get to enjoy it. That's what I'm happy about, and that kind of goes with a lot of the different type projects working on. So Everest Productions, right? That's one of the, with Lord Crit, that's one of the things that I'm helping with, you know, putting together models over on that end as well, going through during the finalization of the scene and making models look a little more realistic, but not getting it to the point where people think, oh, is that AI? And even with the project I'm assisting you with, right, it's taking these models, and when you approach me and you're like, hey, I want to know what this model looks like in Knights of the Old Republic, or something to compare what I'm making to this. So it was, well, instead of totally making the model from scratch, why don't we take source material and just really bump it up so people go, man, that looks really good. Yeah, you know what? It's from Knights of the Old Republic. And that's kind of where Malik came from. Yeah. That's where the Admiral, who is just giving us a death glare right now, that's where that came from. Next on the list is insert name here. She'll be coming down the line. There's just so many different things that are being worked on, but the ultimate goal is for people to be able to enjoy something Star Wars without having to go to the House of Mouse or something like that and go, well, I guess that was good.
Yeah.
And that's where I get my satisfaction out of, is if somebody goes, oh, wow, that looks really good. I really enjoy that. It kind of reminds me of why I like Star Wars. This is awesome. This is badass.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
I feel that.
Oh.
I feel that. So you're very much in the camp of, like, Star Wars pretty much belongs to the fans now.
Yes, it belongs to the fans. Yes, Darth Mouse has a lot of money. I get it. And maybe some visual effects, like Outcast and I've had this conversation, maybe some new visual effects look really cool, but ultimately behind it all, stories get lost. And the fans truly who grew up with Star Wars and understand Star Wars, they're making such better stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's awesome to be a part of that.
Yep. In a weird way, while Star Wars is at this terrible point, we are carrying the torch until everybody... And you know what? I do want to point out one thing. I've said it before. Everybody take account of what Star Wars fans actually hung around when crap got hard. And how many people used to be like, oh, Star Wars. And how many of us are actually still around? Still making, still working for the community, still doing things. Yeah.
Right. It's almost like the two suns on Tatooine, right? You got one that's brighter than the other, and I think the one that's shining brighter is the fans.
Yeah. You see the heart and soul in projects like Robertal's Dark Forces 2, and what you're doing. What a lot of people are doing is, it's got more heart and soul than anything Disney's done. And again, I dare say, you can give everything Disney has done heart and soul. Just put the movies on mute and make up your own story.
Yeah.
It's so much better.
Yeah, just create the script yourself. Just have the characters mouthing it themselves.
Yeah.
No, we'll use AI, infuse new voice acting, and just redo them and be like, here we go. Actually, I challenge somebody out there to take the 3 films, right? And I'm not saying this in like sort of a mean way or anything. Take those 3 films, and can you cut one good film from them?
Honestly, I think there's enough source there that yes, I'm sure something could be created, even if it's a
Yeah.
10-minute little snippet. Something could be created,
You know
something
what?
original.
Yeah, that's the best way you're gonna ever get Rey. Like, and here's what I say, and here's why I say this. Because 10 years from now, I want Daisy Ridley to be beloved. All right, I'm sorry. She went out, she tried her hardest, whatever. You know, she's not been a total twat, you know, or not been political or mean or anything like that. So she doesn't deserve any hate that she gets. She can't be blamed for the role, just the story sucking around her. So I would love to see some fans do something like that. And legitimately, like, again, like you said, the fans determine what's canon. And it'd be so good that in 10 years, yeah, we don't remember her for the movies, but even she recognizes she's known for the recut, the fan recut, you know, because finally her role was redeemed through that. You know, you might actually turn the fan base to where they love her. And in a weird way, actually get the message across that she may even be able to deliver straight to the mouse in some weird way to us someday, or for us. Really,
Well,
it's the fans who had and made something.
Yeah, it's don't shoot the messenger, right? It's
Yeah.
They got a part. They're reading they're reading what is given to them, and that's the problem. It's what is being given to read is just not really striking a chord. But what's one of the big things that we constantly hear? You're no longer the target audience. So I get creating a new generation, because the thing that we're always going to have, it's already been created. We're going to have what is Star Wars to us. So for IPs to continue to live, you've got to create that next generation. And even if we don't see it, there probably is a fan base out there for it. We may not agree with it, but it does exist.
Yeah, I think it's definitely out there and it does exist. It's just a shame that it's so hard to actually connect with them. Like for a lot of them, or most of them, it seems like if you don't enjoy the same things that they do, then they see you as this enemy rather than just another Star Wars fan that likes something else. It's really weird, like especially with the sequel movies, because they've really polarized and split many of the fans. Like just those sequel movies alone, forget all the standalones. I think quite a lot of people have been united on those fronts, especially with like Rogue One, right? Like most people like Rogue One than who don't like Rogue One, right?
Well, it was like Force Awakens, right? So those who have seen Star Wars go, huh, within the first 10 minutes, and then go, huh, within the first 40 minutes, and then halfway through they go, okay, I'm just watching A New Hope, right? So to us, it's all right, and that's what it kind of boils down to, is the laziness that's gone into it. It's you polish a turd, but it's still a turd. You got laziness surrounded by all this visual killing stuff, and those who have been around the block for a while just already go, I mean, this has already been hashed out. This is nothing new.
Yeah.
But you have a new generation that goes, no, this is new. This is awesome. And then, that's where that disconnect is.
Yeah. It's even harder as well to communicate with them when they're not actually willing to look back at the history of the franchise and see what was there versus what is now. Like Mystic Troll in the chat has mentioned, like imagine something based on the Great Galactic War, 28 years of conflict from the reclamation of Korriban to the sacking of Coruscant, like some sort of documentary style video from the historical records. Like that would be really freaking cool. But a lot of these new Star Wars fans, the modern Star Wars fans, don't even attempt to look for that, and they're missing out.
Right.
That would be cool though, by the way. Like,
it would be, yeah.
I think on that would be very cool. Very cool indeed. So if you guys could have any sort of project just materialized, what would you go for? Like, what would you want to see made in the modern era?
In the modern era? Oh, I'm going to let Pando go on this because mine might be a little wild. I want to see what he has to say first because he's more of a grounded individual.
Sure.
That's the best way to put that.
If something could materialize, because I know Outcast has already been talking about this throughout the series and stuff like that, which is a true Star Wars game being created again, something that people actually love, because there's been so many games that have been canceled.
Yeah.
The games that we have nowadays where it's like, I don't know who this character is, which is fine, introducing a new character, but when you introduce a new character and the story sucks, I don't care who the character is, right? If I really could, I would love to see the Dark Forces series continue, or the Jedi Knight series continue, and how would I start it? Regardless of how you finished Academy, Jaden dies within the first 2 minutes. And then you proceed on with a new story. Just something new. Even if it is to... like, the thing that I liked about Jedi Academy, and I get it, they were kind of rushed. And what they did was they brought back some historical places from the movie series. They brought back Echo Base. They brought back, a couple of these locations, and it was kind of like what all movies and stuff do nowadays, which is just throwing nostalgia at you. But it was a good game, but it was a better game for the multiplayer. And since then, all these Star Wars games that have come out, I'm not excited. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was on hiatus for such a long time. I was more enthralled into my Final Fantasy playing games. I loved those more. There was more thought, more effort being put into those. Because I just saw all these Star Wars games coming out, and it was either too short, the physics were dumb, the story was just crap, nobody could connect to it, and it was just, oh, you're gonna love this, you're gonna play because it's Star Wars. So if I could see something come out, God, I would love to see a continuation of Dark Forces, because I always wondered what happens next. I would, even if it's the Jedi Knight series, I just want to know what happens next. That's what I would really love to see.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have been wanting a new Jedi Knight game. And I know that Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor, they're meant to be like spiritual successors, right? But I don't really see them that way. I see them as their own thing.
You know what the lightsabers remind me of in that game? Futurama, right? The cops with their batons, and they just dunk 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 dunk.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. It's not true Star Wars. Like a lightsaber, an elegant weapon. It's gonna kick ass. It's gonna chop off limbs. And in Survivor, you're just slicing through people, and there's not even caps, right? Like there's no dismemberment. It's not a lightsaber.
Yeah. That new franchise kind of fell short in a few different ways, right?
Yeah.
It really did. And I think the worst part is they keep trying to give and I know the OG just normie fans don't understand, but stop inserting Mark Hamill into everything. We're over him. Stop. Just get help.
Yeah.
I
think I'm with you there. Yeah, that's cool though, Panda. New Jedi Knight game, Dark Forces game. That would be very cool. Very cool indeed.
Yes.
How about you, Outcast?
It would be. I honestly... Well, Pandora kind of stole my answer, but I actually would go even further. I kind of want to see, I might be an older fella now, but I have really come to enjoy the idea of virtual reality, and I would love... I really would like them to find a way that was balance cross compatibility between PC and VR, because I would love to still do my modding and everything, build new things for it on the computer and everything like that, and immediately jump in with a VR headset and just go check out what I did. whatever.
You
I
can
don't know.
kind of do
That-
that,
that-
I think.
Well, I know you can with like the single player for Outcasts, and I think do they have the single player for Academy working? I don't know, but I know they don't have multiplayer working for it, so it's not the same. It's sad. Like I want to go in and see my maps with other people and see their maps, and just I don't know. I think that would be the element I would like to see really kind of take off. Is I would like to see VR games really take off. And I would love to see, kind of where Pando's going. I would love to see the Dark Forces series continued. I definitely say it is about time. After like the first game, the second one needs to hand off the torch to an appropriate character. But you need to never drop Kyle. He needs to be in there somehow. Even if it's a Force Ghost eventually, like, his dad did and stuff. But, which I never understood how his father was able to do be a Force Ghost. Somebody kind of did explain it because they were like, well, everybody does exist in the Force and all that, and he was at a nexus, but then it kind of contradicts what other lore says, which is that like normies just get lost in the Force, like they're in bliss, just floating around, in the Force, whatever. They're not a gathered up consciousness like Qui-Gon and the others. It's I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's possible to commune with the living Force, or even siphon off it without necessarily being Force sensitive, which it's not really something explored too much within the lore. But a good example is within the Bane trilogy, there is a healer that Darth Bane uses to his advantage, a dude called Khalib, and even Bane kind of commented on the fact that even the area in where he lived kind of resonated with this different sense of the Force, like this natural nature element to the Force.
Right.
So I think it's possible.
I remember that. I remember he does end up killing him, if I remember right. But he does, like, Malgus is weird. He has respect for people. Like, he respected what the dude kind of, whatever. Yeah.
It was Zana that killed the healer.
Was it Zana?
Yeah.
I thought. Huh.
And you gotta remember too, right? With Morgan, where he's stuck in a nexus, so he's just being projected. He's not a true Force ghost, but that's really gotta suck too if your conscience is stuck in that room for all eternity. So
yeah, that's kind of not bueno. Like I wouldn't want to be stuck like that. I'm good.
God, that reminds me.
This is kind of off topic, but when you actually think about the whole idea of living for eternity, or like the Sith want and everything like that, I'm sorry, but doesn't anybody else just hit that point in the back of your mind? It's like, no, at some point in time, especially if you're like stuck here in the mortal realm, no, I'd get so tired of things. You just would want it to stop eventually. I don't think you could do it forever.
Yeah. Not many Sith Lords kind of came to terms with that. Only so many understood that to become immortal was a great journey, really. There were many other things that you had to dominate before becoming immortal. As Ben says, the body withers and decays. So as much as you want to be immortal, you physically cannot be. So you need to figure a way around that, right? And for him, that was essence transfer. For Nihilus, that was imbuing his own essence into an object, which is fucking awesome and not something that we see often at all. Like, they did it before Harry Potter did it, so, like, I'm just saying, they had the idea of that shit first.
Yeah, basically a Horcrux is essentially what he was pulling off,
Yeah.
Yep.
Because he lives within the mask, so...
Yep.
Most Sith barely see 50, Darth Zach.
I still say he's a sad case. Like, don't get me wrong, obviously he had some mental complexes beforehand, but just the idea that, like, oh man, this big bomb goes off, and just like, if you really stop and think about it, flash, boom, you're hit with instant pain. And just your pure instinct, your instinct, your existence kicks in, and his will, just his natural will, whatever, ended up like causing this whole freaking hole in the Force itself, where he like absorbed the pain, ended up eating. Like, it wasn't like he asked worked for it. He was not pursuing to even become that.
Well,
It's
even worse, just imagine constantly being hungry.
yeah. Well, to the extent he would have, yeah, that kind of like an eternal suffering, a hunger deeper than anybody can understand. Yeah, just it's kind of effed up. Not a good existence. Now, how do I do this? Let me see.
Yeah, so when it comes to characters like Valkorion, which has been mentioned in the chat, like that's different, right? Because Valkorion actually understood the assignment, and also the thing that you got to remember with that guy is that he started out as a Sith pureblood, and Sith purebloods can live for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, just depending on how powerful they are. I think the oldest Sith pureblood we had was Darth Icarul, who was a direct descendant of King Adas, and he is the final boss in the Flashpoint Red Reaper in Star Wars The Old Republic. I won't get into that whole side story, but I have a video talking about that guy if anyone's interested, Darth Icarul. But yeah, like Valkorion, Tenebra, he had it figured out, like from the beginning. He knew it was going to be, okay, I want to live forever. I know the means on how to do it. Now I just need to put the appropriate steps into place so people don't know what I'm up to, what I'm doing, how I obtained my power, how to do it themselves. It was very secretive about it. And when you actually get to the end of Knights of the Eternal Throne and you go through the following story that came out soon after, so the Anathema Flashpoint is what I'm referring to here, that's really where you start to figure out how he came about his entire plan. I guess it's kind of a retcon as well, but it's a good retcon in a way because it's explaining some of like what he did and how he did it. But the explanation basically is that when he was very young, less than 100 years old, so when what's his face? So when Naga Sadao, Luda, Kresh, Marka Ragnos, they all would have still been alive, I imagine, to some extent. Maybe not Marka Ragnos, but the others. But yeah, Tenebrae found the world of Iokath, which is an ancient civilization with epic technology. And he basically used their technology to fuel his immortality, and that's how he did it. He used a machine to enhance his ritual, in which he consumed the world of Nathema.
I remember that book. I think I need to go through and reread those again. It's been too long, especially if we're going to be doing all these. Yeah, it's time to go on a total KOTOR re-immersion.
Well, the first place that it was explained in was the SWTOR Encyclopedia. It actually explained that the Emperor did a ritual called the Taking. But that's all it explained it as. It just explained it as a ritual. It didn't say how he did it or anything like that, other than to say he spent a couple of weeks preparing it.
I remember that plays into Scourge later on because that one old Sith lady he worked with for a long time takes him to the planet where the Emperor consumed everything, and like that was when he starts to wake up and realize, oh, dude, there's like Sith power, and then there's like, bro, you're mad. You'll kill all of us.
Yeah, and that's
gonna hit
why
a point
he
where
kept
you
it
can't
secret.
stop.
Right? Like if you want to be immortal and omnipotent, then you have to even subvert the beliefs of your own people.
You must be willing to sacrifice everything.
It's as Kreia says, right? To believe in an ideal is to be willing to betray it.
Oh,
That's exactly that.
oh,
Sorry to go off on you guys there.
no, that was good. That was deep.
Well, I guess that settles it. I guess at some point I'm gonna have to get on the Old Republic and play, like I've been talking to you about.
Oh hell yeah!
You need to, bro. It's
Hell
a
yeah.
pretty decent game, especially going through the first time. You'll enjoy all the stories and whatnot. It'll be nice.
Yeah, and like
It'll actually be fun to
you're
play with
after-
somebody who's new. Sorry, man.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I was just gonna say if you're after that that KOTOR itch with the whole Emperor and stuff like that, then you would just play Jedi Knight and Sith Warrior. Play those two storylines and you're golden. And then move on to the expansions.
Yes, that'll be quite nice for you.
I'd love to
That's
know
the
what you think
beautiful.
of the
That's
Rebel
the
stuff.
I was about to say that's the beautiful thing about being so occupied with the military and stuff for so many years. Jumping into a game like this, everything will be new to me.
Yeah, it'll be new yet familiar, I think.
Yes.
And it is really good. Like, especially because if you haven't played it before or much at all before, then you've got loads. You've got absolutely loads to see, even if it's just sodding off the main story and just going and immersing yourself in the world for a bit. Each world has its own like little thing going on. There's one that you get to pretty early on the Imperial side called Balmora, and that's like a war-stricken world. And I think it's a really good example of the Empire's power as well during that time. Because it was obviously, it used to be like a mutual world, but then the Empire just basically came and pagged it and was like, hey, we like your factories, we're going to have those.
Right.
And just takes it, and then you get to participate in that.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I used to hate Balmora. I think everybody hated Balmora when the game first came out. I don't know why. And now it's weird. It's totally reversed. I actually look forward to it. It's because I've gotten to where I like those content-heavy planets. Those ones where you end up with like 20 missions going on at once, and yeah.
I think it's easy to dislike the things that feel overwhelming. And with Balmora, that could be the case. I know it was the planet that I basically had to stop playing the game on when I first started playing. I was like 16 years old. I had this stupid PC. It was like a single core processor. And it could not handle the world of Balmora. It just wasn't having it.
This was not going to work.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Mirror.
It was that bad. Like, just loading into the planet was a risk of me disconnecting for inactivity. Like, they were that bad. That bad.
It's like South Park. And I'm gone.
I was the first. Okay, so when I first started playing the game back when it first started, I was playing on an Acer red laptop. It was an Acer first off. All right. And this is back in like 2012-ish. And it couldn't even, like, its own fan was dead. I had it on top of actually, no, that winter when it was launching, I had a box fan in front of the window, pulling in ice cold winter air with my laptop folded open like this up against said fan with my mouse and keyboard plugged into it, and I'm playing it like that. That's how I was playing the first several months.
Yeah, that's very, very innovative. Creating an intercooler system with the environment.
Well, I froze my butt off, but hey, it worked.
Love it.
It was bad.
Hey, if you want to return to the game, just me, then you go ahead and do it. If you haven't played in a while, then it could be worth it.
Yeah.
The only person that's going to know is you, so just boot it up and take a look.
Yeah, you'll like it, man. I think you'll have a lot of fun playing some Switch work. At least learning the lore. It'll give you a lot of love and respect for the characters.
Yeah.
That you're gonna be working with, and Not
So we have a question in the chat of why did Valkorion take a human host? Do you guys know the answer to that?
Well, with Valkorion himself, he chose that dude because the guy was like already a hero among the people. Yeah, and he kind of groomed and molded him. So he kind of realized it wasn't, while he may not like taking on a human because of their frailty, he looked at it as as he went to this culture, he needed to find their greatest hero, mold, bend them to his will, and as he said, hollow them out. Same thing he's doing to your character. It's
I was about to say it's all about mask. It's all about masks.
Yeah, because if he just comes to their galaxy like, oh, I am this omnipotent thing. No. Take somebody who's already their leader, possess him, and just control him that way. Yeah.
I think the largest part of it was to keep that world secluded from the outside. So like he wouldn't have shown up in his Sith Pureblood form because he wouldn't have wanted them to have known that there was an outside force. Because he kept them secluded basically the entire time.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they really made him responsible for a lot of stuff, taking the original Sith off and keeping them safe
Yeah.
and all that. You know, that like all the stuff that had been like old lore, they finally put a face to it. You know, who had been responsible for that? What Sith Lord? And yeah, then you kind of understand why, as Sith Lords go later on, he's sort of stricken from history because he's dishonorable. He was mad. He was just his methods. If you even know of his name, you might find out what he did and try to do it yourself. No.
Yeah, he kind of gets deleted from history purely because he became an enemy to everyone, right?
Yeah.
He was an enemy of all factions.
Which is what is ironic, because what is the one thing he could not stand the idea of being forgotten?
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, he wanted to be everything and anything all at once.
Plus, I mean, it's just it's a sick beard he could grow in that human form, and and the armor, like I'm a pure believer in, because I love armors, right? And I think armor really makes a statement about your culture. It really, and just his armor, it's almost like it's a deception thing, because it's so beautiful and elegant and it's white. You associate that with tranquility, but it's a mask. It's hiding him. It's hiding who he truly is.
This humble, gentle-looking man. Yeah.
Yep. And he stopped in the moment he took over him.
Yep.
But yeah, you were pretty much on point though, Outcast. He did indeed take over Valkyrie because he was essentially already a champion. He was already established in his community, and with him knowing about the world's ancestry and the Iokath gods, the long and short of that being that the gods of Iokath had many thousands of years ago laid waste to that entire planet and the surrounding world. So therefore, they created a culture of like a pantheon of these gods, and they worshipped them through fear. And then Valkorion shows up, the possessed Valkorion, and he's all like, "Oh well, I'm gonna save you from these old gods and introduce a new way." And that's essentially what he did. He just totally manipulates the culture and forces everyone to believe in him instead, and that he is the chosen one,
omnipotent.
essentially. Yeah, and it's like in the trailer, right? You see in the sacrifice trailer at the very end. Sorry, no, not in the sacrifice trailer. In the first chapter of Knights of the Fallen Empire, Valkorion offers to share his power with you. You know, he's like, "I'll share all of this with you if you only kneel," kind of thing. And that's what he did with his followers. Like, if you worshipped in him and believed in him, he would share his power with you. And that's why the Force users over there looked a bit different to the Sith and the Jedi, because it was based on something different, you know?
Yeah, that's a straight up Xerxes move right there. Because he shares his power, but through his power sharing with you, he's just extending
Yes.
his power.
Yeah, he's using you. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you're right,
really
that's a two-way thing.
his power was, he was a communist power sharer. Basically is what it was. He was a communist network. I don't know how else to put it. Let's see. I need to. What?
Oh, I see what you're saying, Robin. Yeah, the form of Vitiate was taken on after the Revan encounter, or at least that's what we're led to believe, because Revan made the Emperor fear death. Like, let's not get this twisted. The Emperor feared nothing until he met Revan, and Revan made him fear death. Like, that's the truth. He's basically the first ever Force user to land an actual blow against the Emperor in his own throne room. You know, like, he walks up to him and is all like, you and me right now, 1 versus 1. And they do it. Like, they go toe to toe, and he lands blows against him. And the Emperor is not happy about it.
Oh, I'm sure he hit him in his ego. He doesn't realize that standing there in all of his whatever, he's become too comfortable.
Yeah.
It's
So
Well,
just-
he created those
it's you.
backup plans.
Yeah, it's you have so much power, and you surround yourself in a grandiose location that just displays your power.
Mhm.
And then here comes somebody who's about as old as your fingernail, and
Yeah.
they're able to remind you, or they're able to make you feel a feeling you have not felt in a long time. Just imagine being reintroduced to fear and
Yeah,
going,
to
"What
pain.
is this?"
The first time you've probably felt pain in God knows how long.
Yeah, well, even like in those moments in the book, like the Emperor was a few hundred years old, still quite early on in his plans, but also very powerful. So to see that just one Jedi, like Revan, could challenge him, put the notion in his mind that there could potentially be others like him within the Republic, and that was not something he was very fond of. Because before Revan actually showed up, he was wanting to attack the Republic again. He was actually getting ready for
Yeah.
it.
That was the whole point of sending Revan Malik back
Yeah.
possessed, was to start the campaign and to
Yeah.
feel them out. What could they really do?
Yeah. So anarchy.
Yeah.
Yep, and Revan made him rethink that entire plan. He was like, well, oh, shit, if there's people powerful as this dude, maybe I should attack, you know? So he needed a way to weaken the Republic, which he spent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years doing. And it worked. It eventually worked.
Eventually it did. For the most part. For a while.
Yep. And again, with his backup plan, right? Like of the Eternal Empire, the Secret Empire.
Yep. His true focus.
Yeah, that is Admiral Dodonna. We was talking about Admiral Dodonna earlier. This is created by Pandora. Created, improved, remastered. Which terminology do you prefer, Pandora? What would you say? Remastered? Is that appropriate?
I would say, yeah, remaster.
Yeah.
Kind of like, God, I still am in love with Malik, right? It just turned out so beautiful. It's amazing how they just turned out.
Yep.
The-
Just a little bit.
re-
Just a little bit of love.
Yeah, there's a few that I'm excited to see come to be honest.
Which character are you wanting to see the most, actually, Sam? Like, out of all of them?
I always have a growing anticipation to see Jolie, just because I also really want to see your own reaction to that.
You're gonna probably make me do that Lowen live, aren't you?
Maybe if we have the opportunity
sure.
to do that, that would be cool. That'd be very cool.
That'd be cool.
But I think probably most of all, I might be looking forward to someone like Canderous, if and when we get around to that.
Yeah.
Just because I have some really, really cool ideas for Canderous in the series, and it would be nice to have that actually play out. But we'll see, because I'm trying to be reserved here on who gets screen time and who doesn't get screen time. Just based
That's
on render
fair.
times and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. It also depends, again, how much time does the voice actor have, all that kind of stuff. Hey, there's what the
yeah. Oh, you're absolutely right, by the way, CJ. Absolutely.
Yeah, Jolie is going to be fun. Definitely know that. And I know every time that we have our sessions, right? That's what we call them, our sessions. It always pops up. Oh, are you working Jolie yet? Nope, not yet.
So do you think
every-
that you'll attempt to do another hair particle effect for like the beard and mustache and stuff, or are you gonna try and just remaster what's already there?
Yep, they're all gonna get new particle hairs. So
Oh, that's
I
so
figure, yep, I figure if Yep, there's so particle hairs, utilizing the
Wait.
curves and stuff like that to do proper
So-
clumping,
So
all
wait,
that stuff.
if we ever do his like call throwback scene to his like backstory or any of them, Jolie could have a full head of hair for a moment.
Yeah, I mean, if you want Jolie with some cornrows or something like that, I'm sure that could happen.
You gotta have something going on.
I imagine it being dreadlocks. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I can see something like that. Yeah, weirdly enough, almost kind of what I got like going on that one Yom model, like basically Quinlan Voss kind of dreads or something.
Hmm.
Or I could
Yeah.
make him have Super Saiyan hair like I did with the Admiral. That one render I sent over to you.
Do it.
Let me see. Where is my mind is not working. Oh,
I guess so, Austerlitz. You could see it that way.
I guess what I've been doing. I know now.
Like honestly, I'm looking forward to I mean, at first it was Malik and he turned out very well. Like I'm just so happy with how he turned out.
Yep.
But Jolie, of course, but Revan. I'm looking forward to Revan.
Yeah.
I want to see what face you put to him.
Because there is a list of people, right? And I'm not going to go into that because that's spoiler territory there, but that's definitely one of the ones that I'm really kind of looking forward to. Because I don't know, maybe some Billy Ray Cyrus vibes or something like that. That would be really cool.
Yeah, he's got to have a mullet, man. Got to have the mullet. Oh,
He's going to be
I
a
love
very
that.
mysterious character in the series. I'm going to try and work in a through the eyes of Revan camera angle within the Ebon Hawk.
Oh,
Yeah, so like from that
That-
scene in the game, I don't know how well you can recall the cutscenes from the game, but they're pretty fresh on my mind. The scene where Karth is talking to the Admiral via the Hollow, and he's like kind of updating her on the situation on the Starforge and stuff. I thought it'd be pretty cool to have Revan walk into that scene, but see it from his perspective and like have his hand on the shoulder of Karth and stuff and be like, this is going to be okay. We're going to get through this kind of
Right.
thing. Because Karth is very, he was like quite an agitated character, especially after finding out who Revan was, right?
Well, are you gonna have? Oh crap! Was it? Yeah, it was. Are you gonna have him find his son like he did in the first game, or does that play into this in any way, shape, or form? Because that again ties into his agitation.
I mean, that could definitely be an explanation to it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be directly involved.
Yeah.
There is going to be some shortcuts taken. Like, for example, the follow-on scene to that would be kind of him and the companions kind of going through a quick plan before they go and board the Starforge. Whether that be like looking at mission and being like, yo, you go fly the ship with Karth, and Zalbar, you go get on the turret or whatever. Possible cut corners there would be like you wouldn't actually see them on screen. Maybe it's just over the intercom and you just hear a voice line or something.
Right.
Yeah.
It's interesting that Sun's talking about it because when I think of Karth, I think of that other character from Mass Effect, which was about the same thing, where it's a revelation occurs and they've lost trust in the main character.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep. I think KOTOR is one of those games. It has that. It has that border where everybody in the crew is just sitting there wondering, what is he gonna do?
Yeah, you really can go that way with it,
Yep.
especially as
Which
a
would
dark side playthrough.
Which, if I remember right, wasn't it during that discussion with Dodonna, where the hologram, that he was they had just found out about the whole Revan thing or something like that? Because
Not too long
again, they
ago,
could kind of, yeah, because that could kind of play into, exactly why. Again, it's almost creepy through his eyes because you don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to walk up and stab Carth in the back? We don't fucking know. But just that hand on the shoulder, it is his choice. No, it's just that moment reassures everybody. No, he's fine. He's just, because somewhere in his mind, I think he probably logics that, oh crap, man, even my original fall, don't get me wrong, I was already falling in my own ways because of my war lust and stuff like that. But the final blow was really the Emperor.
Yeah. So Austerlitz is bringing up Jolee, basically talking about how the companions were mostly disloyal to Revan, and how Jolee was kind of in that grey zone. I mean, we did the Jolee Explained video. Do you remember the snake story from that Outcast?
The snake story?
Uh-huh.
No, I don't.
Right. So do you know what the snake story is, Panda?
No. Enlighten me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm...
So Revan and Malak had gone to Kashyyyk before, right? To visit the star map, of course, to get the
the first time
coordinates to the Starforge. So they actually went there at some point beforehand. So when you go there again later in the game with your memories wiped, Jolee knows who you are. He recognizes you. So the gig's up already, but he sort of understands that you've lost your memories. So he's like, oh, okay, what's going on here? So there's this story of a snake, and I forget exactly of how it goes, but basically...
Oh, I remember that now, yeah.
Yeah, the story was the snake came into his village and asked him for food
away,
or something like that. So he leads the snake away, takes it across all these different biomes, and then eventually the snake kills him. And then the snake was like, why did you let me lure you out here? And Jolee was like, did I let you lure me out, or did I lead you away from what I love?
Yeah.
So Jolee was just protecting the Wookiees by leading you away from Kashyyyk. That's literally what he was doing.
Yeah, in truth, yeah. That's really what he's trying to do. He's just trying to keep them safe.
So that's it's an interesting fact to know, because you can have more interesting conversations with Jolee knowing that he knows who you are, kind of thing.
Yeah, next time I play the game, I'm going to have to go at it with that perspective. And this is why they need to do a remake so bad. And they really need to sit down with some hardcore fans like this, because these subtleties, that would be a great, alternate convo to have with him. And just, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's so much depth behind that as well, right?
Yeah.
Don't get that in new games.
I just always shudder when I hear remake or something like that, because whenever somebody wants to remake something, they try to quote unquote improve it, and it totally misses the mark. So it would be really cool to see KOTOR 1 and 2. I guess you could with these models, right? High quality remastered and stuff like that, but just keep the story. Maybe you could go a little more into detail with certain, but just keep the story. Don't try to make it better.
This is where projects like yours really could actually be useful. And I remember this was something Scott did talk about back in the day. Something he wanted to do was to eventually redo the cut scenes and put them out as a mod, so you essentially would have it with updated whatnot and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. Again, that is something food for thought you could do for the fans someday, is to recreate the original scenes. Just so we finally, because my God, what are they? And they're in 720p. They're terrible.
Yeah.
And no matter what kind of upscaling you do to them, they're just never going to whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna with this series thing, I'm gonna make it as accurate as I possibly can.
Right.
But there is gonna be, as you know, there's gonna be creative liberties. And one I can tell you,
have to.
Yeah, you've absolutely got to, right? Because when you look at the way the game is, it was made that way because it's a game and it has game mechanics within it. So when you look at that fight with Malak, and you're playing as Revan, you're Malak, and he goes around the room absorbing the energy from the fallen Jedi and the stasis pods. That's a game mechanic that happens. He does that to heal, bots and then to make it harder for you to fight and kind of thing.
Yep.
Or you have to go around destroying them or whatever. Whereas in the series, kind of what I have planned for that is before Revan even shows up to that observation room, Malak is going to absorb all of the energy and power from those people all at once, which I feel like is a cool way to do it. Like he's preparing for a fight. Yeah.
He's gonna cover himself in ooze and become the Super Shredder.
Yeah. Man, that was still one of the most badass scenes I ever seen as a kid.
But yeah, that makes more sense, right? It's movie logic versus game logic. Because if you just went in there and he's like in a game and goes, "Oh, I got powerful," and the fight's over that quick, you're thinking to yourself,
Yeah.
well, okay, so
Mhm.
that's that. But when he's going around and sucking the power of the "Don't tear my heart, my achy breaky hearts" in stasis, it helps drag, and it's making you just itch more to, I got to complete this goal. So yeah, absolutely, there's definitely a different mindset or a different approach to game story versus an actual like movie story.
Absolutely agree. And then there's
I'm
also
just-
going to be that added drama as well, right? But I won't
Yeah,
talk about that.
I'm just imagining like with game mechanics. Can you imagine in a movie if they're like, "Quick, take the shield and don't forget to hit X." What?
Oh, Jesus.
Quick, somebody heal. It's not my turn.
Right.
I'm
Jesus
still waiting on my cooldown.
I still have 30 seconds on my cooldown. Hold on.
I'm out of mana.
Oh, Lord. Here, drink a potion. I got an extra.
If only I
Yeah.
fought this guy tomorrow, there would have been a match. Damn.
Ah, if only these jeans weren't just as aesthetic and actually increase my inventory slots. Oh, man.
Doing the lock picking noises and failing.
Right.
Oh, good Lord. So many people get away with a lot more crimes if like police followed like Skyrim guard logics. Just sneak around, just crouch down and they can't see you.
Worse, Metal Gear Solid.
Oh God, no.
Huh,
No.
what was that noise? Huh, nothing.
Must have been the wind.
Yeah, it must have been the wind. Oh, where did that box come from? Don't worry about it.
Wait. Dear God.
Love that.
Oh, what in your opinion is the worst? What game had the worst mechanics? Like it was a lovable game, like you love the game, but it has just dog mechanics.
Oof. Hmm.
Oh, this. I got mine.
Well,
I got
that's a
mine.
tough one. That's a tough one for me. But what's your guys? Let me hear it.
A lot of people are probably gonna hit F in the chat and stop watching, but Masters of Terra Kasai on PS1, I loved that game, but the mechanics and stuff sucked. It was horrible.
I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
Oh yeah, old fighting game. Back when the fighting genre was really picking up, right? And Lucas Arts decided, hey, we're gonna go ahead and do our own attempt at a Street Fighter-ish type Tekken type game, and so they introduced Masters of Terra Kasai, and you could be Luke.
Masters of Terra Kasi.
Yeah, Kasi, there it is. Yeah.
Terra Kasi.
And you could be Luke, you could be a
Okay,
Tusken
that
Raider
makes sense.
called Hor. You could be
Oh.
Han Solo, all that stuff. You could unlock characters like Mara Jade, Darth Vader.
What?
Yeah.
You could even take the disc back in the day and put it in your CD player and listen to all the soundtracks
Oh,
from Star Wars in there. But the actual gameplay sucked. It was horrible.
Okay. I know which one I'm going with.
okay, let's hear yours. 'Cause
The
mine's probably going to cause a riot.
the Obi-Wan standalone game that they did.
Oh, an Xbox.
Yeah. I have never been so excited yet disappointed to play a game.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
That
pretty
was-
bad.
Truly.
that's
jammed.
almost as bad as the episode 3 game. Yeah. I would honestly, and this is not even Star Wars related, but it's again, people are probably going to be just dropping off the channel as soon as I say this. I love driving in GTA. I hate every other fucking mechanic and thing about GTA.
Question for you: do you follow the rules of the road in GTA? Do you like
When I
stop
do.
at the stoplights?
Sometimes I do, yes.
God.
Yeah. So now I want to play sometimes. Yeah. Other
And
times
you
I'm
do it in
throwing
first
hand grenades
person
out
as
the
well,
window.
don't you?
No, I can't drive in first person. No, that stuff makes you sick. But no, I don't really enjoy GTA's gameplay as far as like shooting and all that kind of stuff. I think it's like, I think it honestly deserves to be, to take itself a little bit more seriously. I think it'd be kind of a cool approach, especially with the graphic level that GTA 6 is going to have and everything. I mean, I understand it's a great game. It's obviously done really well. Their formula's done really well, so I guess don't listen to me. But I guess maybe I'm just getting older, and I would like to see my games evolve too. But that's just me.
Yeah, I don't mind the driving in Grand Theft Auto. You know, they could probably do their own like knockoff game with just driving in it. It'd probably be quite successful.
Or just a single mode like that, where you just have like the roads of America or something like that, and just driving around. Why not? Yeah. Who knows? There probably is something like that on one of those roleplay servers, because I know people make their own content and do different things with that. So I don't know.
I see in the chat Jedi Power Battles. Yes, the original Power Battles on PlayStation 1. Absolutely horrible mechanics. Like, I'm jumping to the cliff and you fall right through. You literally glitch right through the cliff. But it was such a fun game.
What in the hell? I don't know. Again, I didn't grow up playing a lot of like your console games and things like that. I didn't really get, like, I kind of dove in. I got into Dark Forces 2. That was like the first game I got to play all the way through and crap like that. Instantly dove into the multiplayer, started doing a little bit of whatever in Outcast, whenever started diving into the modding. It's just, but you know, I guess what I'd really like to just see is some more Marshall styled video games, especially with the VR realm, just because I think we could all use to get up and move around. But honestly, even just things beyond Star Wars, I really would like to see them go back to focusing on mechanics again. Like, you've done really good at focusing on the graphics, like your water physics and all that are beautiful, but can you go back to the mechanics? I'm tired of cookie cutter push button games.
Yeah.
I want to be able to control what I'm doing.
Big agree. Games seem to be going backwards sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking of it too. I totally forgot. Like, now I'm just starting to go down the rabbit hole, as we were talking about rabbit holes earlier. But one of my favorite series, and it was so hard and it had crappy mechanics at the same time, but was super fun, was back on the Super Nintendo games days, the Super Star Wars series. Super hard, crappy mechanics, fantastic games.
Damn, I'm gonna have to check those out. I'm not familiar with those either.
Oh, they are so fun and so hard. You're probably, especially when it comes to Empire Strikes Back, you'll probably rage quit many times.
Let's see, where did my light go? Where are you?
Well, go to your hierarchy and select your son.
That's probably a good idea. There you go.
I think some of the oldest Star
Where
Wars
are you?
games I've played is
That it?
the Episode 1 Phantom Menace that they did for PlayStation 1.
Mm-hmm.
Super Bombad Racing.
Oh, it is.
Oh, God. Oh, yes. I liked the PvP in Super Bombad, especially the Sarlacc level.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun game, to be honest. Obviously a knockoff from like Mario and stuff, but yeah, it's fun.
Oh,
I say
that's fucking creepy.
I say some of the oldest, the Super Star Wars series, TIE Fighter X-Wing, where you had to install with the floppy disk. and Game Boy Star Wars too. Super Bombad Racing, that was such a kiddie game, but it was so fun. I think Super Bombad Racing is probably better than some of the Star Wars games that came out recently.
Yep. Yep. It doesn't matter that it was cheesy. It only
Yeah.
matters that it was fun. It's more cheesy if you put the cheat code in for enlarged heads.
No, nothing beats Jedi Outcast with like the double-bladed lightsaber cheat in single player. Just you just holding like half a staff or whatever, and it's so messed up and glitchy, but it's fun. Okay, now let's see. How do I normals? Let's see.
Okay, so
how do
we
I
went through
add
worst.
a normal?
What about best? Best Star Wars game you've played with the best mechanics.
Ooh. Outcast and Academy aside. Ooh. Honestly, I have to say Vader Immortal.
Yeah.
That was a fucking good game, and
That
I
is a
enjoyed
good
the saber
game.
combat.
Yeah.
Like getting to face Vader, and I mean, just seeing how massive he is towering over you, you're just like, oh. Whoa.
So let me ask you a question, right? Did you know that in that game you can use Force Lightning?
No, I did not.
Yeah, like I played through
Oh.
it 2 or 3 times without knowing that.
I'm trying to figure out how do I want to point to my normal that I have generated for the face.
Have you played Vader Immortal, Pandora?
Uh,
No, seeing a lot of videos on it and stuff like that.
I would think that.
Oh, it's so good.
And then, like,
It's an experience.
just
It really
videos
is.
on there.
Like
But
from start to
honestly,
finish.
I have to say, and yeah, you're super OP and stuff like that, but I truly was a fan of the original The Force Unleashed, not the
Yeah.
PS2 version, but the Force Unleashed where it's like you are Daddy Vader, you're super powerful,
Ooh.
Yeah.
and you know the climax is going to come where you're eventually going to have to face him, and then you're in the Death Star and that door opens,
Yeah.
and that's the moment. That was my favorite.
Okay, aside from that, there is one other time I've got to experience exactly what you're talking about. Over in movie duels, the way that they have, I've explained before with the animations, and each character model now has their own attack styles and way that they fight. It gives you that same feeling when you play as Vader. It's kind of like going over to Battlefront or something like that. When you get to play as Vader, it just has a feel.
Yeah.
Especially if they make him move right, which Battlefront doesn't necessarily make him move right. They have him very agile, but then again, Vader could run. He could still move like a son of a bitch when he wanted to. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the menacing movement, and that's what I loved about Vader in the first level on Kashyyyk. You hear the breathing, you're a badass, you have a shit ton of Wookiees firing their bowcasters at you, and you're tossing them to the side like they're nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then your Star Killer, yeah, you're powerful. The doors open, and there's Vader, and you're like, crap, I remember how powerful he was. Now I gotta face him.
And then facing the Emperor right after.
Yeah, I mean, that's a double whammy, right?
Yeah. Also the decision making as well, right? Like going down to finish Vader, or they're going to approach Sidious.
Right.
Yeah, I love those games.
It
The
made
second
whole
one was
thing
good,
worth
but its story
replaying.
wasn't quite there. Oh, sorry, man. I will
Yeah,
say
it's
the
cool.
second one definitely had a lot of action and fun. I'll give it that much. It definitely kept you engaged.
I just,
What is this?
I may be one of the few. I never played The Force Unleashed 2 because to me, it was done after the first game.
That's fair, I think. The second one, although I do still love it, I think it's great, it is still disappointing in many ways, and I think it falls short with the with the story. Like gameplay wise, you can't fault it. It's definitely an improvement, if you will. But in terms of story and what really made the first game so impactful, it falls short. Really does.
Right, because you've talked about it many times on this channel, and I believe one of the things was something that we're missing in Star Wars is a good redemption arc. And that was a great example of, he was a child, he was brought in by Vader, he was, sort of manipulated into this sort of mentality, and then he redeems himself.
Yeah. And it leaves it on like a cliffhanger that's actually to be respected, right? Because depending on how it ends, you could be the new pawn of Palpatine, which is a really cool way to end it that actually makes sense as well, right? Like you're just
that was so
Vader,
cool,
right?
Yeah,
it was definitely cool. Or you get the martyr ending.
and what I love about that, right, the Vader ending is, like, Palpatine's at a point in his life where he just he doesn't care anymore. He just straight up tells you, like, you'll do until I find somebody to replace you like I did Vader. Like, could you imagine if that's what Palpatine said in episode 3 to Vader, which is, you'll do until I find somebody more powerful.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, so it was a good game, but I don't really fault you for not playing the second one. Don't fault it. It does look beautiful though, like the cutscenes and the gameplay design and stuff. I think you're on Kamino at the very beginning of that game, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it starts off, you're in the Camino facility. He comes in and you've been like in this little chamber for weeks, and instantly you foresee that he will betray you, and you do your thing. Oh, that just looks menacing.
Yeah, nothing's really ever going to beat that moment either from the first game where you bring down a Star Destroyer.
Oh, dude. There's just so many awesome things, right? Like, taking on... before you were inundated with Star Wars everywhere. Taking on Darth Maul.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Bringing down a Star Destroyer where you're like, holy crap. Actually playing as Vader and experiencing what it's like to be Darth Badass. Like fully destroying environments. I mean, them creating an engine just for the game. It was so many firsts, and it was just so awesome. And then, I mean, I saw the trailer for Force Unleashed 2, and I'm like, yeah, it looks cool. But I think that's where I ended, because in my mind, I was just thinking, how are they going to improve story-wise from what they did in the first one?
That's fair. That is fair to feel that way. But in some ways, I thought they honestly did okay. I didn't think it was too bad. Yeah, it could have been better, but
it could have been better. It could have been a lot bigger. Like the first one had a lot to offer, really.
Right.
Especially when you look at all the secrets and stuff and Easter eggs that are kind of like jam packed in there. Like you can tell it was made with passion and love, whereas the second game was kind of just made because it was successful, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like that's the hardest thing to do. How do you follow up such a great success?
I think that's honestly been Disney's big intimidation with a lot of the EU. I'm going to be honest. I think they look at it and they realize, it's like even look at Outcast and Academy. They are still selling. Like, they don't sell like billions or anything like that or anything, but they still sell a few hundred copies a year. And this is a 20-year-old game. Outcast probably sells more like a few thousand copies a year because it's a better game, whatever, as far as it's single player. Especially with the VR Outcast and all that kind of really doing well. But I don't know. I think a lot of it just comes down to intimidation, and I would tell them, stop. Don't be afraid to freaking try. Learn from what those games did, but realize their biggest thing was that they just tried new shit.
Yeah.
And seen what stuck.
I see that perspective, but I think it's a little more lazy than that. It's you get something, you see you have such a huge fan base, so you take the quick and easy way out to make a buck. I like they say we're gonna go ahead and put this Star Wars project together. People are gonna look, so we'll throw a little nostalgia cookies in there and stuff like that, but don't really care about it. It's more of just grip it, rip it, spin it, get some money out of it. I think that's what it's turned into.
You insert this Easter egg, but do you know why the fans find it important? Is it important to you in that same way?
Yeah, even just the gameplay loop of the first game was a lot better, to be honest. Like, you're an acolyte hunting down Jedi on the run kind of thing. And you're doing it in the shadows for Vader. Like, it's just really fucking cool. Versus the second one, where it's like this petty revenge cycle, and will or will she not die your love interest? And you're like,
The only thing that keeps me hopeful is this one element. Whenever we finally do get remakes or revises or relaunches of our favorite old titles, for every day that passes, they will be that much better in the graphics. They will be that much better in their physics. They will be that much just better. So I'm okay if it takes another 5 years, because in 5 years, video games are going to be capable of some incredible shit. So,
CJ says hot take, but personally didn't care for the Anakin comeback in Ahsoka. I know you're going to have something to say about
that. First off, can we just kick them from the channel right now? That's just no. Anakin was like the only good thing about that damn thing. Like, the only thing that bugged me is he looked a bit like Michael Jackson. I don't know why, but at certain angles, it was like there was a Michael Jackson filter over him. But you can't like spit on the only good part of that film or that series. Like, no.
Well,
but I do see your point, though.
Yeah, I could see that point, because we talked about earlier, right? Quit throwing Mark Hamill in, right? So you can you can only be used so much before it becomes drowning, and then it's like, oh, I wonder if Anakin's gonna appear now. Hey, there he is.
How do I add a backdrop like you always do? Let's see, rendering. What is all
a
this?
Backdrop? You mean a background?
Yeah.
Depends on how you want to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, you just do a flat plane with an image on it, don't you? No, I mean like how you have that whole thing going on around you. It's all pretty and shit.
It's in your world settings.
Oh, world settings. All right. We have world settings.
So you can do it two different ways. You can go to the world settings that's on the bottom right or mid right options menu. It's like the red circle.
Red globe.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, background. Okay.
So your color, you can change your color to an environment if you want.
Okay. Image texture, kind of like your. Okay. Then let's see. I don't really have any prepared.
I'll give you one.
I like the
Wait,
yeah, I just realized oh shit, I'm like trying to do this and I don't actually have anything cool.
I'll let Pando send you one. I'm actually just
gonna be
back in 1 minute, so I'm just gonna leave you guys for 1 second. Sorry.
Yo, this is our time. We're taking over, Pando. Selfless plugs and insert now. I don't really have anything to plug.
Well, that's a good thing, right? Depending on how you think about it.
Well, I mean, when are you going to finally get your profile site up or whatever it was, your portfolio?
All in due time. Just got to get things together.
It's like I got to have the free time, but it's like you got to find an example that you like, and then you got to. It's like old school webpage design again. You really got to think like, how am I going to sell myself? And it's if you're somebody who doesn't like. Okay, I could never be a door-to-door salesman. I had one job where I had to call people up and do surveys, and I fucking hated it. I hate inconveniencing people. I hate bothering them. So it's like, okay, even though, you've got to start asking a certain price for your services, for future stuff and whatever and whatnot, I still hate it. I hate, like, trying to sell myself. All right, what do you do with this? Okay, I'm going to guess you load that with open. Let's go to downloads.
So
Okay.
go to where you chose your color.
Wasn't
Up.
that here?
Over to your right.
My color. Oh, that thing. Yeah, that color. Yeah.
Change it to environmental texture.
Environmental texture.
Now open.
Now open one. Okay. That.
I'm back. Hello, hello.
There
Oh.
you go.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Because the biggest thing, right, is you don't want to just choose any regular background. You need to have it made for the environment,
Yeah.
or it's going to be weird and stretched out. So that's the Nebula one that I always use.
This is very pretty. Thank you. Now, can I use this while I'm working on my model and it not hurt anything when I export it as a
Yeah.
GLM? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah, you can do that.
So I can just check it out in rendered mode once in a while. Cool. Because I kind of figured, I was like, yeah, it probably just nulls out lights and crap like that if you're not saving in certain formats.
If you go to the shading tab at the top,
Shading. Gotcha.
and then see the window on the bottom that you've got, there's a drop down
Yeah.
box at the top left of it. that one?
Top left.
That one there, you were close to it. In the
this
bottom
one?
window. Yep, there you go.
There you go.
Click
There
on
you
that,
go, alright.
and then click on
World.
World. Okay.
and then
let me
it'll
move this
allow
so I
you
can
to
actually see it.
change the world nodes from.
Oh, I've been
node
wanting
tree.
to do this for a minute. Okay,
Yep.
is there a reason? Okay, so this is loaded up on.
It's basically the same menu that you were just using on the right side of the
Yeah.
screen, except it's in node form.
Okay,
Yep.
very similar to a substance painter or designer.
Essentially,
They got like the
Just
same
don't
thing
forget
going on
to-
with their shaders.
swap that back to object if you go into an object texture.
Yep. So, like, if you actually select the object face, you want to make sure you're not in world. You're actually on the
Oh.
object.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah, when you get to it, the world of nodes is really where Blender comes alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen you guys play around with them quite a bit. That sounds stupid, but I just wanted to see.
So yeah, you selected an object, so you know where you selected the world.
Hmm.
Go back to the drop-down menu,
Okay, yeah, this one here, world.
Nope.
Left side.
left
Oh,
side,
the left side. Okay, yep, here,
and
object.
do your object. There you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you mean now. Yeah, okay, you got the different modes, just like you got things up here. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so then I can play with it over here. This is just, again, letting me see it and view.
And so the best thing to do whenever you're in this is go to your specular
Specular. Gotcha.
and turn that down so it's not so Krispy Kreme. There you go. And that's
Yeah,
how you
yeah.
can see the game.
That's the thing. Yeah, about wool, it should literally have like no specular. That's going to be the thing we have to reflect in the actual shadering for the clothing and whatnot. No specular.
And you can
What?
connect anything to those nodes as well. like,
Oh
really
yeah,
customize
and
it.
if something does not work or it's not it does not connect properly, you see how that color goes to the color and it's a white line. That means it's saying handshake is good. If it's red, it's gonna say like it's great that you connected, but it does not mean anything.
Right. This is basically not working. No.
Yeah.
All right. Now, how do I add a normal? Like, okay, say I grab his face and I have the normal map generated. All right. So how would I? Okay, hold on. So here, strength.
So right
Oh.
now, what that is saying is you are applying the white color at a tangent at the strength for normals. Now, if you actually have a normal map,
Mhm.
that's where you would connect from your color. So click the color,
Right.
and click it, go over to your left.
Right.
Just undo it. There you go. Now type in image.
Image.
So you want an
Oh,
image texture color? Yep.
Yeah. Then I can load up my.
Normal.
Actually, gotta remember what it's called real quick. Let me see here. Should be like Anakin Re. Where's the normal for it?
If it doesn't work very well, you can put a math node between them, and
Mhm.
you can either multiply or divide, depending on if you need something more harsh or more subtle.
Oh.
Man, I love the
Okay,
math
doke.
node so much. I use it so often.
Oh yeah.
It's something I will probably understand more, but I kind of get what you mean. It's sort of like saying, hey, just take this effect and double
Yeah.
it, triple it,
Yeah,
whatever.
literally,
And-
literally.
And
Yeah.
and the things that you got to remember too is like once you actually select your normal, make sure it's not set to color. It's
Uh,
non-colored.
a non-colored normal.
So
Hold on.
once you actually
We're
create
about
a normal,
to, yeah, we're about to generate it. Okay.
yeah, so you can put your strength up.
Mm,
You can
oh
make
yeah,
your-
because I'm not doing this for JKA. I can actually kind of
yeah.
yeah. Let's see what is
Remember,
that?
the more noise in there, it's gonna be weird. You see your preview over to the right. There you go. That should be fine, just for
Yeah,
whatever
hold on,
sakes.
Let me stop this. Cube plane. There we go.
Nice. Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
And let's play with the sharp. No, I think it honestly look better just a default. Okay, and then download.
Eh,
And it's not wanting to work. Sorry, folks. This was not meant to turn into a hey. Let's learn how to apply stuff. Hold on, let me
Yeah, if
do
you come up
this.
with a system that you like as well, by the way, like different nodes, then you can save them as a group and use them
Yep.
between your projects, so you don't have to set up the entire thing again.
Okay, but where is it?
Well, you need to actually go to your open.
My what?
So
Oh,
on your
there it
image
is.
texture, click open again. There you go.
Open. I found it. Yeah, I found what it's called. All right, so it is Anakin Re 3. It should have been Anakin. I can't spell. Re 3 normal. There we go. All right.
So you see how it says color space? SRBG.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, make that
standard red,
not-
green, blue.
Yeah, make that non-color.
Non-color. Okay.
There you go. So it should not be applying the normal as a color node to your normal. And then you could play around with the strength of your tangent, make it an object space, blah, 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 and they'll
Yeah.
add height to it.
Okay. It says repeat, extend,
But
single image vector.
I had fun with you guys today. I actually have to head out, but
Yeah, no
expect to see some more models coming your way, especially with multiple projects.
Hell yeah.
With your project, or also with Crit's Plagueis Episode 3. There's some models being created there, and
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Be excited to see it, man. We'll have to
Yeah.
get you back on as well when we've got more work done, so we can actually show off some stuff in bulk.
oh yeah, absolutely.
That'd be
Like
great.
that one model that I was showing you earlier. Once I get it finalized, it'll be really cool. A certain forge.
Oh.
Excited to see it, man.
All right,
It's gonna
well,
be beautiful.
yeah, appreciate. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Hey, no
Yep,
problem.
see you again,
Take
man.
it easy, man. We'll see you next time.
All right, bye.
He's a good homie.
Yeah, what a cool guy.
Man.
Cool
Yeah.
guy.
Very, very talented. You know, and for everything he's got going on in his life, he has always been incredibly humble.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
His
seems
wife,
like a really calm dude. Like, does he ever get
He is.
angry about anything?
He can. But he's a very controlled anger. Like,
Yeah, it's good.
he's very disciplined. But there's a reason I go to him and Seth a lot for advice. Just,
Hmm.
yeah. Oh, speaking of, I'm going to show off Seth's wonderful drawing here. So he was trying to. We were sitting down one day and we were talking about like my organization and my brain and just both of our ADHD, and this is what he drew as far as what is going on in my brain. Just the many different projects. For some reason, you've got a penis tank up here. I don't know why. You got my cat up here. I'm actually really impressed with the cat. Like, I don't know.
Love
But
that.
there you go, Seth. There was your 5 minutes of fame.
Love that.
Oh, let's see. So, oh man, I'm gonna be like addicted to this stuff now.
No, if you ever need any help with it, man, like you know where I am. I can
Oh,
absolutely give you some help.
well, again, I try not to bother too much. I know you're busy and everything. So, how's the little one again? I'm always gonna ask.
Oh yeah, all good, man. All good. She's
Good,
doing
good.
really well.
Has she started keeping you guys awake at night, or is she a quiet baby?
It's very on and off. It depends. Especially with
wow.
the weather being either really hot or really rainy at the minute. So
Fair. That's fair. Poor kid.
yeah, tends to be like
Oh,
in
my.
the warmer nights she's awake for longer and wants to be fed a bit more, which is pretty natural, I guess. But
Yeah, that's sick. That's given.
yeah, for the most part though,
I-
she's great. Like she only really cries when she wants feeding. To be fair.
Yeah. I have a memory from when I was a very, very little. Like I think I've told you about this before, but I think I was like not even 2 or something around there. And I understand in the memory that I don't know how to speak yet. And like everything is just straight up feeling and like I'm hungry. So like somehow instinctively I know to cry. Like I remember the room around me and stuff. It's just one of those weird throwback memories. Like I remember one diaper change. It just I don't know.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, sometimes it's kind of crazy what your mind can remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no. So what are you working on currently with this whole thing? Before we wrap up and all that good
I
stuff.
was recently working on some of the space scene stuff. I actually have some of that ready as well. I have some of it rendered.
Yeah,
out.
you stopped sending me clips all the time. I used to be one of your end dudes getting clips all the time, and there's nothing
pretty
anymore.
Pretty much everyone stopped getting clips. I think it's because I don't have Discord Nitro anymore, because I can't
Oh,
send the big
that's fair.
files to people now, which is actually quite annoying. I might have to reinvest
The
in that.
The only reason I have it is because my buddy Seth, he says it's for selfish reasons because he hates like watching my streams and everything. And like, when we're doing our crap in the morning, he's like, I can't stand the 720p. So for like the last 3 months, the dude is like just gifted me a Nitro.
Yeah.
It's been very nice of him.
You get the better quality
But,
and stuff. It makes sense.
Well, yeah, it helps us work together and all that. Like normally, yeah, you couldn't see this in this good of quality. It'd be all blurry. It'd be terrible. Let's see. Now I want to make his eyes glow. Shading. Let's see if I can figure this out. Oh, cool.
All right. Well, I'm gonna end the stream
Yeah.
anyways for the people watching, and we'll let you know when there's gonna be another podcast go live. So thank you, beautiful people, for hanging out with us.
Yes, please come back. We need you.
See you, BC. Thanks for hanging out, man. Igor, thanks for hanging out. Austerlitz, CJ, Mystic Troll, thanks again if you're still here. Big thank you to everybody that showed up. Alright, guys, we will catch you